Got a pen I picked up at that same Korea Boo shop that I got the chips from. It's water-based pen. It's got decent ink. Oh god, I didn't mute my iPad. Jesus. That spooked me. Oh god, this is the first thing I see on my... Might as well start with this. Game capture still on. I am so sloppy with how I handle... whatchamacallit, my OBS stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is the first thing when I open up my Observer account. This is on For You. I don't even follow this account, do I? How old is Gigi? I swear she, like, only came in around, like, she only, like, seemingly popped off to me, like, a year ago. And I also tweeted out about this, like, apparently Narissa only debuted about, like, 2 years ago. And I'm like, what? That, like, threw me for a loop. I thought she had been doing it for at least 3 years. What's this picture? Oh, Elizabeth Bloodflame Rose is... What even is that? I don't know. It looks like a piece of pizza folded up on itself. And there's Rara off to the side. And then there's Gigi holding a basket. What group is this? Justice? Oh, here's something interesting. Do I follow this guy? Full-time university lecturer in Japan. Japan's politics, nationalism, pop culture. Let's see here. The Japanese Communist Party drew a sizable crowd for its politician's speech in Yokohama today. Yokohama is really right next to Tokyo. Pretty big metro city. It's also where... Is that where Commander Perry landed? I think. As of last month, the JCP was polling around 2.5%, but its strong support comes from elderly voters. Really? Oh. Well, here's a question to ask. God damn it. Alright, fine. I have to... I'm really fucking with it right now. Alright. If the JCP is really strong among older voters, they're a let me put it. If slash socialist communist. I'm putting in like 3 slashes here. RTE. That's not the CDP or its new merge party with that young Japanese are flocking to. Sup. I don't know, I'm bickering about Japanese politics. Like, this is what prompted me. The Japanese Communist Party having a sizable outing in Yokohama, which is a peninsula off the off Tokyo Bay. I've been there, toured their city, so I'm wondering, like, he's pointing out that They're polling pretty low, but they have most of their old vote comes from the elderly. So, because there's like probably like 5 different other parties out there for that, for communist socialists. No, I don't know what that service is. And I'm not going to try it. Image text query appears large gathering. Less content. Older voters. Yes, Japanese Communist Party has historically drawn significant support from older demographics, a trend that persists into 2026. This rooted in party's growth during Japan's high-speed economic expansion in the 1960s. The year 2020 showed GDP skewing heavily towards voters 60 plus with lower turnout identification of those under 40. 50s and 60s, bland, yeah, so Socialist Communist parties attracting younger voters, excluding CDP and its merger with Komeito. Japan's left-wing landscape has fragmented, with traditional parties like the JCP and Social Democratic Party struggling to attract youth due to perceived outdated ideologies and failure to engage on modern issues like economic inequality, climate, or social inclusion. Notably, in early 2026, the Constitutional Democratic Party in Komeito announced a merger to form a new centrist party aiming to consolidate moderate opposition forces, but this has been criticized for diluting progressive elements. Yeah, they even want to give up on their absolute nuclear power stance. All right. Among alternatives, young Japanese voters, especially those with disillusion with the established, have shown increasing interest in Reiwa Shinsengumi, a progressive party founded in 2019 by actor-turned-politician Taro Yamamoto. That's not the CDP or its merger, and its Fisher criteria for a left-leaning, socialist-oriented group emphasizing anti-austerity, anti-nuclear, and social welfare benefits. Why young voters flocking to it? It appears to young demographics through charismatic leadership, social media-savvy campaigns, and focus on issues like income inequality, LGBTQ plus rights, and environmentalism. It has built a loyal following among urban youth and those frustrated with silver democracy, where policies favor the elderly. That is an increasing problem. By 2025, it held 9 seats in the Diet and saw gains proportional representation of voters from voters under 40. Ew. With many young voters have shifted to right-wing populists like Sanseito or the Democratic Party for the People instead of left-wing options. So, damn, Japan really doesn't have much of a left-wing scene, as much as you want to consider the CDP that. All right. Shohei Ohtani Onigiri at a Family Mart. Okay. Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi's high popularity might not translate into LDP votes from young people. Some who talked to young voters found out a lot of them don't even associate her with her party, the LDP. Yeah, this is like the average voter. They say, yes, I like this figure. No, I don't like this party. But they're related. I'm not voting for the LDP. I'll vote for Sana Takaichi, but she's locked into one district. You can't vote for her. And if you like her, you have to vote for people in her party. It's like, I don't know, New York Times interviewed somebody recently who said that, like, some woman who's like Hispanic who said, oh yeah, Hitler was a strong leader and he definitely would be able to do mass deportations more gently and more competently than Trump could and could better unite the country. And I'm like, oh my God, you are insane. I want to read this. Yesterday, I exchanged views with a group of young people aged 22 to 24. The meeting itself was for a different purpose, but I asked them about politics. As expected, Takaichi's popularity was remarkable. They said there is a sense of expectation surrounding her. They also said their main concerns were political developments related to money, such as wages, rising prices, and measures regarding taxes. There was almost no interest in anything beyond that. As for the Central Reform Alliance, they said that they knew almost nothing about it and did not really understand what it was. Sounds like a messaging problem. They explained that news alerts and breaking news notifications appear on their smartphones, so they are aware that something happened, but they do not tap those notifications to read the articles. Just reading the headline, yeah. As a result, they know the names Komeito and the Constitutional Democratic Party, but their understanding that Centrist Reform Alliance is a merger of the two was uncertain. Something similar applies to Takaichi. When hearing the name Takaichi, only about half of them associate her with the Liberal Democratic Party. In other words, she is often seen simply as Takaichi and not as Sanai Takaichi of the LDP. This means that in many cases, she is not perceived primarily as a party politician. Their overall level of recognition is quite vague. Wow, that sucks. Regarding the name Centrist Reform Alliance, incidentally, there are no comments saying that it sounded lame. They said that they themselves did not really know what would count as lame. At the same time, they also said that the word centrist does not resonate with them at all, to the point that it hardly evokes any meaning or associations. Wow, so really that... What is this just all a name game at this point? And which party's got the best name? This is like your average voter. This is why democracy sucks. Most of their news sources were on TikTok. They said that they only watch political commentary videos or clipped excerpts that happen to appear in their timeline, and that they do not actively go looking for information. However, since all of them are working despite being 20 to 24 years old, they said that they become aware of taxes for their first time through their pay slips. Although, honestly, like the key thing about like having an income tax is that it's paid ahead. The money is siphoned off by your employer to the IRS ahead of time, so you're not actively seeing a negative red number in your bank account that says IRS. That would be far more psychologically agitating than the current system, at least here in the US, where unless you're looking at your W-2, you don't see the money leaving. And you only get a green number in your bank account saying you got paid today from your employer. They wonder whether taxes are being used properly. They're mainly going to pay old people pensions, and they feel that the amount of money they personally have on hand is quite small, so they hope that things might move in a direction where that increases. You want lower taxes, but don't want to gut your welfare state. You're going to have deficit spending, and that can only go on for so long. In this sense, one thing that appears in greater numbers than expected was the comment, I have listened to street speeches. Many said that during the previous House of Representatives election as well. They stopped and listened. They said that although they do not actively seek out political information, if they happen to be in a place where they can listen, they're willing to hear political talk. This is cut off from the screen. Although this is a very small group of about 10 men and women aged 20-24 living in urban areas. All right. That'd be something interesting to see whether or not this like totally doesn't translate into if this is going to screw Sanai Takaichi's chances. If people just don't associate her with the LDP. Then again, this may just be younger voters being stupid. And they're constituting an increasingly smaller portion of the Japanese population as they continue to age and not have kids. Let's see here. Mr. Nishimura, does he have anything to say? This is from the 16th, whatever. Oh, we got... Never married U.S. women ages 18-84 nearly doubled since 1980. Yep, story of a lifetime. And like the harsh thing is that it's just economic equality. Once women can make their own wages, they just don't like. They never want to marry. They never want to marry down. So there's an increasing few amount of men that can meet their standards. So seriously, the best thing we could do to increase fertility in any country is to say women are heavily do not have economic equality. You can't get it. You can be actively discriminated in job hiring processes. You can be first to be fired just because of your gender, stuff like that, and that would immediately economically impoverish women, and then they'd be far more willing to marry, because it's either moving with mom or dad or try and move in with some guy. Then again, there also is the issue that people just aren't meeting each other. Me, case in point. And I don't see any accounts that I know talking about. Putin cites U.S. history in Greenland as Trump threatens tariffs. This shit shows it's getting even worse. President Putin understands the U.S. rationale to acquire Greenland, Special Envoy Kirill Dmitriev says. Why does this picture just feel like it's too edited or something, or too photorealistic? Just when you thought Putin was losing his edge, he pops off an impromptu lecture on the history of the American security interest in Greenland. My guy still got it. He's history autist in control. All right, well, this guy's had Russian... I don't know. How old is this guy? Warren Emmets? I forgot if I'll follow him, but this guy's definitely a pro-Russia kind of guy on here. Vladimir Putin poisoned flats. What the fuck? Bitcoin is the answer. Pronouns. I don't even know what this account is. Okay, I'm not going to dig into this anymore, but I guess Putin's trying to make America like him more, make Trump like him more by sounding off that he agrees with his concerns about Greenland. Oh, this dumb shit. This video looks like it was literally shot in hell. Nick Fuentes, Nico Clavicular, and Andrew Tate were at a Miami nightclub where Ye's song Hail Hitler was playing at their request. Where the heck is Fuentes? Oh, there he is, all the way out from This is so fucking stupid. Americans are a profoundly diverse nation, therefore are not Nazis are DEI. Okay, that's actually a decent fucking joke from Hassan here. It's hilarious how the MAGA gripers claim to be alpha males, and then you see them in time talk to women, they completely fold. Fuentes said, please don't, I'm good. I got some girls over. Fuentes, nah, I'm good. Yeah, because he's actually fucking religious. Oh, I retweeted this on my actual account. If Hitler came back to see this group of mixed-race young gay men chanting his name, he would immediately kill himself a second time. Yep. All right, I'm just going to leave that while I actually go get some tea that I had made, and it's just been seeping for past few... Oh, fuck. I put my headphones down. Give me a minute. It's been rather nippy out here as of late in Houston. And I'm close to the coast, so I should be, you know... Bodies of water tend to have some sort of insulating effect or heating effect that keep the worst of, like, winter from hitting you. Especially down south here in the Caribbean. But, yeah, like, my, I've had the heater on for, like, the past week. Sometimes, like, in another week, even in December or January, I'll have the cooler, the AC on. So, oh, what the fuck is this? The owners of the club where they blasted Heil Hitler in Miami last night are Muslim? Question mark. No way. Muslims hate Jews. Wow. Oh my God, it's Laura Loomer. Why am I reading a Laura Loomer tweet? Oh look, it's another OSINT channel. This may be the trigger that sends the entire movement into complete collapse. Nah. What the fuck? I don't know who half these. There's Tate, there's Fuentes, Manlet, there's the other Tate. No idea who this is. There's Sneeko, no idea who this is, and Clavicular. Somebody please dox the DJ so I can personally harass them. All right, no. Why don't I just get started going back through Clash Report? I was digging through that. So the other news, beside Fuentes and co being gay in a nightclub, is that the Syrians have completely rolled on the SDF. The Syrian government under Ahmed al-Shara have completely fucking... Wow, these guys are just... Why are these guys going around with giant water bottle crates? And apparently, Tom Brock like mediated like a capitulation of the SDF. But apparently, it's only going to be them taking control of like Arab territories within what the SDF controlled, and trying to roll all the other institutions, government institutions in northeastern Syria under the authority or the auspices of the Syrian national government. All right, hold on. What's Ursula von der Leyen have to say? Ursula von der Leyen, I spoke to Roots, Macron, Starmer, Merz, and Maloney. Together, we stand firm in our commitment to uphold the sovereignty of Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. We will always protect our strategic and security interests. We will face these challenges with our European solidarity with steadiness and resolve. I want to read steadfast there for some reason. Adjusting my mic. You sovereignty of Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. Well, what if part of their sovereignty means selling off their territory like that? Bundeskanzler. That's Merz. Al-Hasaka. I have no idea where that is. Saudi state TV accuses Arab Emirates of saying one thing on Yemen and doing the opposite, fueling chaos while claiming de-escalation. Whatever the Abu Dhabi government says regarding Yemen, it does the exact opposite on the same day. From Abu Dhabi, chaos is managed in Aden. The UAE raises misleading slogans about de-escalation and dialogue while blocking comprehensive political solution. I mean, the STC faction that the UAE was backing is completely collapsed and declared its dissolution. So are they like fomenting insurgents in the internationally backed Yemen government's territory at this point? Is that what's happening? What is this video even?
اليد الخفية مرة واليد.
It's all in Arab. I'm not going to listen to this. Greenland isn't for sale, but luckily this is Mr. President Clown Nose in Copenhagen, Denmark. Very cute. Nobody cared about me until I put on the nose. Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Archcast, help me out. The Nobel Prize has come up between Trump and me in several conversations in the past 6 months, partly seriously because he's very concerned with it. Yeah, because Trump is petty like that. And you kind of screwed yourself here by giving it to Obama for nothing. So now Trump is actually trying to be a peacemaker in the world. Despite all his military actions, just to one up it because he wants that award so he can say that he got it better than Obama. But Trump knows that who awards the Peace Prize and who does not. I have made that clear several times. Listen, man, you're still the president of the country, prime minister of the country that can do it. You can try and like influence things surreptitiously. Norwegian Prime Minister Norwegian Prime Minister, blah, blah, blah. The world is facing greater problems than world leaders wanting the Nobel Peace Prize. It's good that world leaders are concerned with contributing to less war and conflict. I guess he's trying to butter up Trump in some way with that statement. Maybe. Norway's Foreign Minister Espen Barth Eide. Most countries in the world still want a rules-based world order, even if some countries are less engaged. We must stand up for the principles when they are broken. Okay, my heart goes out to you. My brain does not. Norwegian Prime Minister, 80% of the military resources in NATO are not the EU, but the United States, Canada, Turkey, and the United Kingdom, and Norway. Oh, he's trying to throw himself in there? Hey, yeah, like we're the ones actually contributing. Apparently, I saw some stat where Norway actually has actually has a higher troop count, active duty service members in its armed forces than Denmark, despite having a slightly smaller population. So yeah, Norway is a little bit more into this than Denmark is. Denmark's Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen. Oh, so is that where... So Rasmussen Polls was set up by some guy descended from Danish immigrants, I guess. The American president is unconventional, but America is more than its president. There are checks and balances in American society. Okay, so he's hoping that congressional intransigence will keep Denmark from having to do any losing Greenland. Denmark's foreign minister, the idea that we can pick out certain countries and impose tariffs on them is not possible in the world we live in. We are the EU, and therefore it is in the EU that must respond. Okay, because Trump is applying tariffs to the UK, Nordic countries, and Canada, I guess, and not the rest of the EU. Even though EU tries like to economically be a single bloc. So apparently this has scuttled the deal that Trump brokered like 6 months back, which was like a complete capitulation, or was perceived as a capitulation. Being disgusting, like gargling my tea to the microphone. Tribes in Hama announced a general mobilization saying that they are ready to move toward Hasaka to fight the PKK, SDF, and place themselves under Syrian state command. We declare a general mobilization following the betrayal of the SDF gangs. They violated the agreement and signed between the Syrian government and the SDF leadership. We place ourselves at the disposal of the Syrian state to defend our people and the Arab Jazeera. The Jazeera, like a plot, is like northeastern Syria and northwestern Iraq. That geographic area. Watching Iran's state TV, IRB was briefly hacked, interrupting broadcasts with protest footage, anti-regime messages, and a call from Reza Pahlavi. Oh, that's cute. What is this music? Oh, there he is, Reza Pahlavi. How'd this video get out, though? All right, that's enough. Oh, yeah, this is Maloney. Italy's Maloney on Europe, U.S. clash over Greenland. The Trump was interested in listening, but from the American point of view, the messages from this side of the Atlantic was not clear. The risk that the initiatives of some European countries were read in an anti-American key. That was not the intention. The actors that caused concern for everyone are others. So it sounds here like she's like trying to like not be as confrontational about this Greenland issue with Trump as other countries have been. She really is like a more ally within Europe for Trump than anything else. So, oh God, something glitched out with Twitter. My internet's still up, right? Oh, let me go to my profile. Trying to send data. Like, I'm able to reload browsers. I don't know what glitched out here. All right, I'm not seeing like a second stream. Let me refresh my restream channels. Okay, I don't know what the glitch was. Twitter looks fine. Italy's Maloney on Europe clash over Greenland. There has been a problem of understanding communication. It is necessary to resume dialogue and avoid an escalation. That is what I am working on. I spoke with Donald Trump a few hours ago, to whom I said what I think. It's important that we talk to each other and very important to avoid an escalation. Oh yeah. The typical, I call this dialogue sideshow. Like, we're forgetting like the impasse on the issues and just wanting to say, oh, we need to talk to each other. We need to talk to each other. We have been talking to each other. And it's not been fruitful because we have severe disagreements. Like, I'm remembering Michael Tracy like said, oh, like even Carter had done more for the U.S. diplomacy because he even went to North Korea under Kim Il-sung, like the founder of North Korea, or the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, Communist North Korea. And did a like goodwill diplomatic mission as with his status as a whatchamacallit, as a former president, which I'm looking at just like, you're disgracing the office of presidency by going to such a rogue state as North Korea. And Michael Tracy was positioning this as like how great a person he is that he's willing to go out to a country like that for the sake of dialogue. And I'm just like, no, there will be no dialogue with North Korea. I say that, and then Trump actually was one of the weird few people actually trying to engage diplomatically with North Korea, and then it went to hell. So I guess maybe that's an inconsistency on my part, but I call this dialogue for the sake of dialogue, just like, oh, we need to resume talks with each other, but it's like you're ignoring the massive amount of disagreements we have, the severe moral disagreements we have about this issue, that are had about this issue, that people have about this issue. Trying to get my words right. When asked how she and Sheldon built political relationships beyond writing checks, Israeli-American billionaire Miriam Adelson declined to elaborate. Can you allow me not to answer? I want to be truthful, and there are so many things that I don't want to talk about. Oh God, that is fucking sus.
Miri, you and Sheldon created a lot of relationship over the years with politicians at the state level, especially at the federal level. I want you to share with everyone why is it so important, and how do you do it? Again, writing checks is part of it, but there is more than writing just checks. So how do you do it?
Can you allow me not to answer?
You choose.
What is with their accents?
I want to be truthful, and there are so many things that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want specific, but that's okay. But everyone should know here how...
All right, that's just bait for anti-Semites to say, oh, she can't talk about the illegal stuff she does to get U.S. politicians in her pocket. All right, Zionist Egyptian Jewish Chaim Saban describes how influence works in the U.S. political system. It is a system that we did not create. It's a legal system. We just play within the system. If you support a politician, you should have access to share opinions. The contribution and the financial support grants you the access. Those that give more have more access, and those that give less have less access. It's simple math. That is kind of how the U.S. works. Like if you donate to their campaign, which, you know, it's not directly to the politician, but there are ways that they can move money from campaigns to themselves, like hiring family members for important positions and pay them well more than what they deserve from that. I don't want to drag on listening to this. But he's Zionist, Egyptian, Jewish. Man, that is 3 descriptors that... I mean, Zionist can go with Jewish, but Egyptian, like, throws me off. Like, I'm pretty sure back during, like, the initial Arab-Israeli wars from, like, the 45, 50s, or 60s, lots of Arab countries, Muslim countries from North Africa to the Middle East expelled their Jewish populations in protest over Israel's actions or the creation of Israel. So how are you a Jew in Egypt, is how I wonder. Kai Gottschalk, German MP. He's from the AfD. Germany needs nuclear weapons. The post-war consensus of outsourcing Europe's defense to the USA has finally dissolved into thin air. At the latest, since Trump wants to annex Greenland, it should be clear to everyone that there... You can just barely hear my pen. I just got completely distracted there. At the latest, since Trump wants to annex Greenland, it should be clear to everyone that there is no friendship between the states, only interests. I swear to God, that is like a line from some realist. I forget what it is. There are no friendships, only alignment of interests. Who said something to the effect that there are never alliances between states, only aligned interests? Lord Palmerston, Viscount Palmerston, the British Prime Minister and Foreign Secretary in the mid-19th century. We have no eternal allies and we have no perpetual enemies. Our interests are eternal and perpetual, and those interests it is our duty to follow. This is the classic formulation of the idea of international relations. States or nations do not form permanent alliances based on friendship or ideology, but rather temporary alignments driven by self-interest, which remains constant even as partners and opponents shift. More concise modern phrasing is there are no permanent allies, only permanent interests. Common modern various. Henry Kissinger is frequently but inaccurately credited with the version like America has no permanent friends or enemies, only interests. While Kissinger embodied this pragmatic self-interest-driven approach in U.S. foreign policy, the original phrasing comes from Palmerston. So maybe he's not thinking Palmerston or Kissinger himself, but he is like getting to that real. He is taking up that realist mantra, so to speak. And the interests of the USA are fundamentally different from ours and Europe's. We need the strongest military, the most capable soldiers, and the best weapons to make it clear to everyone anyone who attacks us cannot win.
USA auszulagern, hat sich endgültig in Luft aufgelöst. Spätestens seit Trump Grönland annektieren möchte, müsste jedem klar sein, es
So, yeah, but asking for nuclear weapons, that's a big jumping point. Germany needs nuclear weapons. I swear, Kraut brought up something that in the fall of the Soviet Union, Mearsheimer like put something out about Germany should be given nukes or should given nukes to establish some sort of balance of power in Europe with the fall of the Soviet Union. Let me see if I can look that up. Did John Mearsheimer in the wake of the collapse of the Soviet Union advocate? My desk is not set up properly for the stand I have because I have a chamfer to my desk, and as I'm typing, my mic is bouncing. It's disturbing. I probably need to get like an extended clamp. Wow. I swear Kraut said this something in his video tackling tackling realism and his counter to it. Yes, John Mearsheimer did advocate for Germany acquiring nuclear weapons in early post-Cold War period as a means to help preserve stability and balance of power in Europe following the anticipated eventual collapse. Like, here's the thing. I don't know, like, why, like, my mind immediately stretches to, okay, but their neighbor France immediately has them. So what is, like, adding them to Germany do to anything? In his influential 1990 article, Back to the Future, Instability in Europe After the Cold War, published in International Security, Mearsheimer argued that the end of the bipolar Cold War structure could lead to greater instability in a multipolar Europe, potentially reviving historical rivalries and risks of major war. To mitigate this, he suggested that a controlled form of nuclear proliferation, specifically Germany developing a secure nuclear deterrent, could enhance deterrence and reduce the likelihood of conflicts by making aggression too costly, similar to how nuclear weapons stabilized the U.S.-Soviet rivalry. He emphasized that this should be limited to Germany and not extended further to avoid uncontrolled escalation. Mearsheimer reiterated similar views in the 1990s, including support for Ukraine retaining or acquiring nuclear capabilities for the same stabilizing reasons in the post-Soviet landscape. So Germany and Ukraine both get nukes? I mean, what happened with Ukraine was they had a bunch of nukes in their territory, but they didn't have the way to access them. They could spend like a good chunk of their GDP, or maybe not even a good chunk, but a sliver of their GDP over the years to extract all the stuff from the missiles and repurpose them, given enough time. But we brokered the deal that the U.S. and Russia recognize Ukraine in its current form. In exchange, they give up the nukes. Mearsheimer reiterated similar views in 1990. This position aligns with his offensive realist theory, which prioritizes power balances and deterrence over disarmament or integration alone to prevent great power wars. However, these ideas were controversial at the time and remain so as they contrast with prevailing non-proliferation efforts like non-proliferation treaty extension, the U.S.-led denuclearization of former Soviet states. As the global world order collapses, the rules-based international order collapses, it wouldn't be surprising if a few countries like drop their nuclear non-proliferation status and actually get nukes. The Trump administration is reportedly discussing whether to offer asylum to British Jews amid rising anti-Semitism. Don't make it just for Jews. There's plenty of white Brits who could use some asylum from the United States. Robert Garrison, Trump's personal lawyer, told The Telegraph that Britain is no longer a safe place for Jews. Garrison said that he has raised the idea at the U.S. State Department. If they do this, they need to like open it up for like, you know, your average pleb, Gentile Brit as well, and not just Jews. If anything, I would say that Jews are somewhat safer because they're, you know, they have a little bit more of a sympathy because of legacy of the Holocaust and stuff than random white Brits who are getting penalized hard with hate speech laws. Czech Prime Minister Andrej Babiš. Europe has refused to talk to Putin now after 4 years. More and more voices are saying Europe should negotiate with him directly. When Orban first spoke with Zelensky and then with Putin, he was heavily criticized for talking to Putin. Now, finally, more and more people are saying that Europe should do the same. I was actually seeing some posts earlier below in Clash Reports that the chief of staff or chief commander-in-chief militarily of Ukrainian armed forces said that they can't just be defensive, they have to be offensive. Now, I don't know if that's desperation on their part or they're thinking Russia is actually faltering hard now that they can actually try and push. We'll see how it goes, though. Defense, you know, going against a fortified defensive line always sucks. Czech Prime Minister Trump is not helping Europe, but helping the United States fulfill his program to make America great again. The Polish president, myself, Viktor Orban, are President Trump's closest allies in Europe.
Nos, nem Európának segít, hanem az Egyesült Államoknak segít a programja beteljesítésében. Ismét nagyjá tenni Amerikát, Make America Great Again. December 26-án beszéltem vele, felhívott, meglepetésként ért. Valóban? A lengyel elnök, jó magam, és Orbán Viktor a legközelebbi szövetségesei Európában, és Trump elnök kritizálja Európát. Elsőként ugye az illegális migrációért, a szabályozásokért, illetve a szólásszabadságért. Tehát láttuk J.D. Vance felszólását is tavaly a konferencián, ami Európát sokként érte. Hiszen Orbán Viktor és jó magam azt szeretnénk, hogyha Európa szuverén tagállamok szövetsége lenne, és nem az, hogy egy szuperállamot alakítsunk ki, amelyet egy brüsszeli bürokrata irányít.
Okay, so that was weird. That was like a Czech translation over him speaking in English. That was just rough to listen to. I'm sorry. All right, that's it. All right, I don't know. OSINT Defender. If you're going to cause a scene, you're going to get a scene. It's always the same right-wing influencers cashing in, or should I say, cashing in on clickbait. And somehow we still eat the slop. I'm confused. I assume she's talking about Fuentes and what they did yesterday, did at this nightclub. U.S. forces have now completed their withdrawal from Al-Assad Air Base in the Anbar Governorate in western Iraq. With the base being handed over to Iraqi armed forces as agreed in a September 2024 agreement between Washington and Baghdad, according to Al Arabia. Okay, so we're pulling out more of Iraq. Remember, we still just have like drips and drabs all across the Middle East at this point. The 2011 thing was the mass of it, but we still had plenty of things like hanging around. Newly released footage from an anti-regime protest in Iran capital of Tehran on Thursday, January 8th, shows security forces opening fire on crowds of protesters with live ammunition in a massacre which is led by sources on the ground to have been carried out by Iran's members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Footage from this account, Vahid Online. I guess I'll follow him. President Donald Trump is becoming increasingly critical of Canada in private conversations with his aides in regard to what he calls Canada's vulnerability to adversaries such as China, Russia, and the Arctic, similar regions that the president has given for his demand to acquire Greenland. I don't know why, but I'm really feeling the urge to play Hearts of Iron 4, but set things to be retarded. Where you have Nazi Germany, but then I like make France go rogue communist and make Britain also go communist too. But they try and retain the empire. I'm really tempted to like do that to see what a shit show that would be. Maybe I'm still trying to get into old world, but maybe that'd be some dumb Friday thing I could do. Or, you know, that's what I could do in between, once I finish up Resident Evil 1, is do another strategy session where I just create a stupid World War II scenario with, Britain going commie and, I don't know, Canada going commie as well. Or just letting the Commonwealth countries go as they may and see what happens. Or imperialist. That would be the other weird thing. France goes communist, USSR stays Stalinist, Germany stays still Nazi, and then, because I know I've triggered a war where I'm fighting over fucking Canada with Britain, because they went fascist. No, I think it's because they went fascist, not because they went imperialist. But there is like a tree where Britain can go like, oh yeah, we're going to take on America. Like, that would be an interesting, like, alt history scenarios where it's America versus the vestiges of the British Empire. That would be interesting. Or no, I make Germany go democratic. But that usually leads to them going communist for some reason. France goes communist, and USSR also goes communist, and then Britain goes fascist somehow? That would be fucking funny. All right, Arctic. Similar reason the president was given his demand to acquire Greenland. I mean, what with Carney did is striking that deal to import BYD electric vehicles, like to spite Trump. Like I can understand his frustration at this point. Like, you're closing up to China? Are you kidding me? Excuse me, my belching. Early Sunday, the USS Abraham Lincoln CVN-72 and her escorts, the Arleigh Burke class guided missile destroyers, USS Spruance, USS Michael Murphy, DDG-12, and US Frank E. Peterson Jr., 121, began their transit westward into the Indian Ocean via the Strait of Malacca. Oh, so this is the, I was reading that and not picking up what's going on. So the carrier strike group is transiting through the Straits of Malacca. That's between the Malay Peninsula and Sumatra, Indonesia, and where Singapore also is. Moving at roughly 20 knots, the Lincoln Carrier Strike Group, which will reach the U.S. Central Command area of responsibility by January 25, likely moving to position in the Arabian Sea off the coast of Iran. Apparently, we only have like 3 carriers out at once. One in the like Western Pacific, I guess you could call it. I think it's like one. It's the Western Pacific. It's if it's east of the International Date Timeline, and it's the Eastern Pacific if it's west of the International Date Timeline. Whatever. So we only have like 3 carriers out right now, and so this one, which is probably based in Japan, is going out there again. I have to wonder a question. What U.S. carriers do we have docked out in the East Asia Pacific at this point? We're getting distracted. China's going to make a move on Taiwan now with this distraction over Iran. United States Air Force Middle East Activity Coronet. Lots of movement this morning. Aircraft of the 48th Fighter Wing and 100th Air Refueling Wing have deployed this morning on a Coronet East tasking to the Middle East. RAF Mendenhall 4 100 ARW KC-135 base in RF Mendenhall have departed this morning supporting 12 F-15 Eagles from Lake Neath. There were additional tankers, Gold 99, which ground spares were not needed. So 6 Strike Eagles, 12 F-15s departed Lake Neath this morning en route to possibly Muwafaq Salty Air Base. Additionally, Reach 180 arrived to collect equipment for their deployment and is filed to Muwafaq Salty. Where is that? This selects me the first major movements of U.S. buildup in the Middle East. I expect we'll see more modern aircraft deployed soon. My own prediction was that Lake Neath F-30, that was Lake Neath F-35, but it's not too late for that. 12 F-15 Echo Strike Eagles from the U.S. Air Force 48th Fighter Wing departed earlier today from RAFA Lake Neath in England, bound for Muwafaq Salty Air Base in Jordan, with one diverting to Chania International Airport in the Greek island of Crete. Several KC-135 Stratotankers and C-17 Globemaster 3s supported deployment off the F-15s in the Middle East as tensions escalated with Iran. He had to divert? Something go wrong? Syrian army has taken full control of the largest oil field in Syria, the Al Omar oil field, and all of the surrounding oil and gas fields at the Deir ez-Zor governorate in northeastern Syria, following the withdrawal last night of U.S. forces and Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces. All right. And what's this one? According to an international report from the Danish Defense Ministry, Denmark's Ministry of Defense and top military leaders are increasingly concerned about reports that senior officials in the U.S. military have informally attempted to get Danish authorities to hand over information about military installation, ports, and air bases in Greenland. Officials tell the Danish national newspaper Berlingske, experts tell officials that they should expect American espionage against Denmark. Yeah, we're probably doing that with plausible deniability at this point. Guy just staring at an F-16 as the picture. I probably should, I try and keep it off my Twitter, but I'm tempted to retweet Scott Greer's article about why we need to take Greenland, because there is a vulnerability that more anti-colonial sentiments could be leveraged by China to get Greenland to declare independence and then align with them, or maybe Russia. All right, I'm actually early on this. I'm gonna start Dark Souls earlier. I forgot what I was talking about on Friday, but I need to get back into Dark Souls to actually clean it up. Trying to do my battle mage strat. I should probably look up again. I think it happened in the last few minutes. Hold up. One last thing. Let's see. Where's his name? Co-owner of Trending Politics Investor American. Where is it? Oh yeah, that's right. New, completely unhinged liberal lunatic starts screaming at Christians trying to worship at church in Minnesota. As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives. Touch me again and see what happens. You're a fake Christian, demon possessed.
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters.
Somali brothers and sisters. Well, if they're Somali, then they're not fucking Muslim. They're Muslim, so they ain't your brothers and sisters in faith. So yeah, this whole thing where Don Lemon busted into a church, lecturing a pastor on First Amendment after a mob of far leftists stormed a church in Minneapolis. Listen, there's a Constitution, the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest. Yeah, not in somebody's private property, dip ass. No, no one's willing to talk. We have to take care of my church and my family, so I ask that you would also leave this building. Imagine starting a church mid-worship and thinking you are the good guys. Man, I thought Don Lemon was still at CNN. What the hell is he doing now? And then what's her name? I guess I should follow her. Oh yeah, Will Chamberlain like passing leads to her. All right. The Civil Rights is investigating the potential violations of the Federal FACE Act by these people desecrating the house of worship and interfering with Christian worshipers. No, Assistant Attorney General, they're a Christian church, so therefore it's legal for them to protect them. FACE Act was for non-Christian religions. You dipshit. I'm being heavily deadpan sarcastic here. I'm sorry. But good on them that they're actually going after this. But man, their caseload is just getting stacked now from all the insane shit that these anti-ICE, anti-Trump people are doing these days. Problem is, like, there's a good chance half of this stuff that they throw at them will be nullified by a jury. It's already happened in Seattle. Like, you want a fascist state, keep on nullifying juries, doing jury nullification. That might actually, like, lead to, like, Trump, like, snapping and then declaring the Constitution null and void because juries are like a non-functional now. So, all right, here's the last question for Grok. I know I said I'd go to Dark Souls, but I want to ask this. Can you find a case of a high-profile case in the U.S. that was not decided by a jury? There are several high-profile U.S. criminal cases decided by a judge alone, known as a bench trial rather than a jury. Defendant in serious federal state criminal cases have the constitutional right to a jury trial under the Sixth Amendment, but they can waive that right voluntarily, knowing in writing with the approval of the court, and often prosecution in federal cases. This happens for strategic reasons such as avoiding jury bias in highly publicized or emotional charged cases. This is the dynamic that I think will definitely evolve, which is left-wing, anti-ICE, anti-Trump people will always ask for jury trials because in the areas that they are, they can always they can more reliably get jury nullification. But if you're anybody who's right-wing, who gets hit by either a future federal Democratic administration's federal charges or blue state charges, they may want to defer to a judge because they know they can, depending on where they're being tried, they can never get a jury that will honestly handle them and that they will convict them. They will upfront convict them, even though the prosecution may have a very shoddy case. But the jury will always, like, defer to them. Will just defer to the prosecution because of political bias. White-collar and financial fraud cases. These often involve intricate accounting, securities law, regulatory issues better suited to a judge's expertise. High-profile defendants in fraud, insider trading, and corruption prosecutions sometimes opt for bench trials to avoid emotional jury reactions to inflammatory facts while emphasizing technical defense. Legal analysis. Freddie Gray police officer trials. Oh, really? In the high-profile cases stemming from the death of Freddie Gray in police custody, which sparked nationwide protests and riots, several of the charged officers, Officer William Porter and others, successfully requested bench trials instead of juries. This was allowed under Maryland law, where defendants can unilaterally choose a bench trial for non-capital cases. The move was widely seen as strategic to avoid potential jury prejudice amid intense media scrutiny and public outrage. Outcomes varied, some acquittals, some mistrials, but the choice itself drew significant attention. So like I said, in like super black Baltimore, cops accidentally killed a black person in an arrest. I'm not going to trust the jury to actually be honest about it or be fair and balanced. So I really should not be drinking green tea this late at night, even though the caffeine in it is mild. All right, that's enough. Turn off Brave. Look at my notifications for a second.
Different.
Can you hear that? else that throw up on my timeline. All right, need to close that. I should probably actually fix my tags. Let's see here. Old world strategy 4x. No. What am I doing? Dark Souls. Dungeon crawler. FromSoft. Yeah, that's enough. And put it into Dark Souls. Done. Let me get out my text. I'm actually on my account for once. Now launching Dark Souls. I'm a broken record at this point. Pointing. I forgot where I left off, but it's still true. True. Come join me as I cheese it with my Battle Mage build. Come join me. I cheese the game with my, put this in quotes, Battle Mage build. Usual stream links below. I also need to save this as another template. All right, fire up the game. What else is there to do? Probably turn on game capture. Let's see if I can get it to any full screen application. Let's see if I can get it to sense it. Resident Evil. Where is Dark Souls? There it is. Finally, like using my controller for like a regular game now. Oh, what the hell? It's windowed. Oh, I also need to like. No, open up kit spout 2 capture. Okay, that was too small. That's better. Turn off the dumb video. I'm gonna capture it. Oh, there it goes. That works actually. Spill some tea on my clothes. All right. A continue game. Here I go. Where am I? Where did I leave? There's what's his face Hobble. Further down here.
Well,
what did you offer?
Again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
Special ever required for blacksmiths to ascend weapons. can learn a gesture. Gesture learned. How do I do a gesture? What do you got to purchase? Titanite shard. I'm too broke for any of this stuff. Just arrows at this point.
I'll be
Alright.
seeing you there.
And what's his face? There's this thing down here. No. Alright. I need to find some place to grind. Before I go any further, I want to look up what I chugged out on Grok about doing a Battle Mage build. I hope the audio is not cutting out for you like it is with my headphones, unfortunately. Taking its way to find it. That spooked me slightly. Alright, where am I? I swear it's just him banging his hammer, which is... Dear God, I can hear that all this far away. What else is there to do down here? I'm pretty sure I came from this way. Is there anywhere else to explore? Oh, hey. I'm gonna die. Holy shit, my audio is so bad right now. I can barely hear anything. The audio quality is just that bad. Like, it's completely cut off from my headphones right now. That's how bad it is. Alright, I forgot to use, like, light strike. Alright, you. Oh, what is he got? A longsword. Oh my God, the audio is so bad right now. It's not bad for you, I think, but... it's seeing everything. Damage reduction from a sword, just physical. Plus 12, it's but it's lower in dexterity. What am I doing? It's plus 12 over what I have now. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Scimitar is... It's got a B in dexterity, so honestly I should leverage dexterity. I can figure out... God damn, what is with my phone? Audio's completely cut out from my headphones again. Did I do it in ChatGPT? Is that what happened? Hold up, I saw it for a second. I have complete audio cut off to my headphones now. It's like, it's just too much detail or something for my headphones to handle. Was it like Rock is messed up or something? Oh yeah, I found the guide that Grok gave me for what I'm doing. Do I have a second spell? No, I don't. I forget what was in here. I got rid of some of these guys. I'm not summoning somebody, but oh yeah, these guys. Oh. Man, doing this with this audio quality absolutely sucks. Gotcha. Is there any way I can turn down the audio quality? Yeah, there's no like audio quality transfer or anything. This is just... I don't know, maybe that made it slightly better. What's up here? Death? Question mark? Who's this even a statue dedicated to? Oh, hey, there's these guys. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Oh yeah, right. There's tons of these guys. This is bad. This is bad. I'm gonna get myself killed. I'm on the downslope now. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah, I totally got gang fucked there. And I'm dead. Alright, well, I'm gonna go recover those souls. It's just how, like, the scimitar's, like, movements just don't work in tight spaces like that. Like, it scales well, but... I got 10 strength versus 16 dexterity, but... I'm just gonna do it for right now. Alright, I need to open this place up. So is there another way I could go around here? I just wasted that. Disasters are done after the deed of the Grave Lord servants. Okay, there's nothing else for me to do over here. Run. Might as well just sit at the bonfire, get back that extra one that I'm forgetting all the buttons here. Okay, turning down the volume somehow, like, decreased the, Stop messing with my headphones. I'm doing it through Bluetooth. I know I'm, like, asking for this, but, like, I'm stubborn. I got nothing else. I got no other way to listen. Are you kidding me? Gotcha. Almost. Oh, and I lost all those souls. Alright, I was doing whatever. I'm gonna master parry on these guys. If that's anything I do this stream is I'm gonna master parrying these guys and the other chuckle fuck with the buckler after them inside the church. I can't hit him from there. And it won't lock onto this fucker. Gotcha. When he gives the gesture of it is when you have to hit. Alright. Now on to... Mr. Dangerous over here. Soften him up a bit. Gotcha. That went well. Alright. Now this shit. He's doing this to thin the herd. Wow, I got him all that way. Broken straight sword, good for... Wow, just that giant corpse pile. Holy crap. Alright, what was over this way? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna parry this dumbass. Why am I not getting the repost? Alright, there, I got it that time. Alright, moving on. What's next? Anybody in here?
Please, I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely.
Why do I don't trust this guy?
I am certain you stand to benefit.
I don't trust this guy. I'll come back when I'm higher level, and I think I can kill you if you betray me. Unless there's a door up there, I think this might be it as a matter of exploration. Alright, there's two guys downstairs. I don't know, what's over here? There's a ladder that goes up over there. Let's see where that leads. I swear this has gone somewhere that circles back to somewhere else in Lordran Castle or where else. It's kind of pointless, but whatever. Let's see where it goes. Beware of locking on. Oh, fuck. I got so little souls as it is. Oh, shit. This is a boss fight. I know this is. I've seen this before, and I will not fare well. Yeah, there's like two of them. I have to fight at once. I'm severely under level for this, probably. Oh. Range. There's also a factor on this. Holy crap. Wow, I am just whipping these shots. Okay, I do not have enough spells to actually take this guy down, although I have gotten pretty far. Oh man, he's like armored up his back. Or more, my sword is like not doing any damage to him. Oh yeah, my spells are the only thing that's going to do damage to this guy. Oh yeah, I'm not going to win this. Oh, and the other guy decided to join in. Caught on fire. And I fell off. What? There was a floor right there. I could have survived that. Alright, that's not happening. Not at this low level. I need some higher level spells. I need to be scaled enough to actually fight these things. I'm thinking the next thing I might actually have to do is whatever this thing is down here to get past this area. So I'm not getting those souls back, so whittling him down. Dodgerama. Alright, down to 10. Oh, did I stagger him all of a sudden? Oh, that killed me. It's not like I had any souls anyway. Alright. So don't get trapped on debris like that. And I think I have a stance to actually try and beat this guy down. Oh man, that hit me dead on. Oh, and he killed me straight up with that swing. Never mind. Alright, I think I can do this. That was just me being dumb. Alright, now we go again. Might switch to the scimitar here to actually. What is this Y-hander run off of? Strength and not dexterity. I need to find the Uchi Katana or the Katana or the Lazio or whatever. Lightso, whatever it's called. It's like a short. It's not the Uchi Katana. That's nice and long. I think it's got like a B or A scaling with dexterity. See, we're almost there with... Okay, I am not taking this guy with me away. My stupid scimitar is not gonna... Alright, I'm getting... Just finish this up. Yeah, I cheesed this guy completely with magic. Cause, alright, Demon Titanite. 2,000 souls. Souls. It doesn't tell me how much I need for a level up. Alright, whatever, this is done. Praise the sun. Yes, because I beat that guy. Alright, and now we get into the forest. Whatever this forest was. There's an invisible wall. I can't go out there. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to cheese your way up there, but I'm not going to be able to figure it out tonight. Alright, so now I have a path to progress somewhere now. Should also heal up. Oh my god, these things are like super tough. I am like extremely underleveled right now. Gotcha. Blood Moss Clump. Alright, where's the next one of these things? Dark Root Garden. Let's see. Oh god, get away, get away, get away. What the fuck? They can just grab you. They can just suck you dry? What the hell? Oh, that's 2,000. What do I even need to level up at this point? It's that close to another level up, but... Man, this is just fighting these things is just gonna be a slog. I want to see if I can parry one of them. I should probably focus on getting my souls back. You can stagger them when you hit them, so it does. Alright. Only 100 souls for that. Oh. I have spells now. Oh, and it can kill them, like, mercilessly. Alright, I really should, like... What are those even good for? So how'd you die, buddy? Yeah, fighting in a precarious position. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, that's a cliff. And there I go being a dumbass. Like, I saw what happened with somebody else dying, falling off a cliff. And then there I go doing it again. Alright, let's not faff about. Let's use our magic to actually, like, get through these things. Get those souls, because it's nearly 3/4 of a level up. What is that even useful for? Medicinal red moss clown produces bleeding buildup. Bleeding builds up when attacked by sharp blades or spikes, and once triggered causes severe damage. Use this moss clown before it reaches this point. Alright, that's interesting. If I'm attacking something that's got a lot of bleed. Alright, there's the souls, thankfully enough. Got you. What's that weird light it's catching in the water there? Where's that coming from? God, these things are annoying. I've chewed through nearly half of my spells. Seeing them everywhere. Try merchant? yeah, I know there's some guy who sells like weird Eastern Asian style weapons around here somewhere. Lying in ambush ahead. Need beating to a pole. Oh. All right, hold the high ground. Oh, God. You know what, fuck it, spam it. Gotcha all. Alright, I was able to handle that. I had to clam up as I was... Okay, pillage the fucking body. Man, the engine on this game. There's gonna be a boss right here, isn't there? Fuck it. No, but I guess I opened that up. I'm gonna go get... I don't know why I risked it like that. Alright, I'm gonna go back. Get up on spells and level up, since I got one level up in me. Oh, there's a item that was ever so slightly hidden. Large soul of a nameless soldier. Alright, backtracking time. The corpses of my enemies. Huh. Interesting. Remember in the guide my grok gave up for me how to do a battle mage build? It brought up something about... I was trying to cut down that light flower. About how I would need the key to get down to Blighttown to get access to early spells, and I totally have not made use of that whatsoever. Imagine there's like a fire spell that would do wonders right now with dealing with these things. Between 20 and 30 attunements, between 12 and 14 and 16. Endurance 10 to 30. I am like low on stamina. Alright. Determining stamina equipment load. Yeah, I could use more stamina. Okay, I already leveled up. I guess I'll go up and back that other way in that path I missed. I just have to do that reflexively now to all the Alright, handling that well enough. Alright, where is this? There's this path. Where does this go? Be wary of night. There's a knight down here somewhere. Oh no, this is some... Okay, so this is dangerous path along the side here. Darkroot Basin. Nobody tucked away in there. Ah, he got away. Fuck. I should probably not be going it down as cavalierly as I am right now. There's no way back up from there. Okay. I guess I'll go get that item and then drop. Lower magic defense, but I'm not facing that right now. Everything goes up. My weight goes up. What even my overall weights that I can handle? Sorcerer gauntlets. Everything goes down. Well, my bleed resist and... Oh, leather gauntlets up my poise. Oh, I tried to like do that for... Let me ask... Oh, what the fuck? Oh. It's pressing the wrong button. What is poise? What's the point of poise? Ability to receive attacks without breaking form. So if I were to upgrade those gauntlets, I could get my physical defense, everything goes slightly down, but I get a lot of poise. Not fine. Everything goes down except I have higher poison resist. No increase in poise, so I'm not sure there's any point to that right now. Sorcerer hat. No, I'll keep it like this. Alright, some nice leather armor. Alright. Fall down like that gracefully and not get myself injured. What are these messages? What are you trying to warn me about? I did it. Bonfire ahead. Oh, please be true. Bonfire ahead. Oh, fuck. Oh, and he can dodge my spells. And the spells have minimal effect on him. Bonfire ahead, but oh, is there a fucking Diamond Knight or whatever these guys are called? Oh yeah, I can't fight this guy. I do not have enough skill for this fucker. This is going to be a long, drawn-out game of attrition. See? Yeah, try and parry him. So this area is effectively locked off to me. You know, you can't get a Estus Flask skin edgewise against him. And he knows how to block. This is absolutely pointless. And I'm dead. I could collect the souls, more or less, and then go back the other way, not down that way, because I can't fight this guy. Man, it's just like, I swear everything is like, I can only advance into areas now where I am significantly underleveled to the threats I face. The only thing that's, I'm using my magic as a crutch right now. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to farm EXP to get up to my mid-range or low-level ability. Yeah, the light is strategically placed there to like block off my ability to see this guy coming. Fuck you, buddy. What does that one do? That probably did. Purple probably deals with poison. I like how aggressive these things are. They just like see you coming a mile away and just like, yep, time to fight. Rush in. Fuck you. Bye-bye. And you fell off the cliff as coup de grace. Or salt in the wound, so to speak. There we go. Yeah. Beware of night. I'm aware now. Let's go, try and collect my souls without triggering him. There they are. Shiny. I do not have the strength to kill this thing. I'm just beating it. Oh. Twinkling Titanite and Titan. Alright. If you can just keep on staggering him with hits, then you can win. And get stuff out of him. Although I still don't know what to do with that stuff. Alright. Hopefully I can get this without triggering the knight. Like how there are all those things about bonfire head, but there's a rather impassable object there in the form of, I don't know, what is it? That knight. There's something special about them, but I don't know what they are. There's some, like, frost giant thing up there. what the fuck is those things? Okay. Alright, one of these things wants to throw down. Oh, and my spells have like minimal to no effect on them. Hey, are you damn? No. Okay, so everything in here is like way too powerful for me. Alright. I'm getting out of here. Let me go to that other area that I opened up. You still following me? Bro, let it go. Yeah, so I'm just extremely underpowered for everything here in the Darkroot Forest. Oh man, his corpse is still there. I don't even know what the thing is called. The Titanite Slug. I'm going for an hour now, and I've barely done anything. This game really is meant for like multi-out, like 5-hour sessions. Well, I don't even think I have the patience for that. Alright, so going down here, not an option for me. I am definitely using magic as a crutch to get anywhere. I gotta find some other place where I can farm EXP for a bit. Where are you? Get over here. Alright, I know your shtick. Got him. That's just an eternal fall to nowhere, so we're not going to go down that way. I don't know why I thought there may have been something down there. They aren't like that sticking out of the air. It's something else. Is this the thing with the butterfly? Is this a fake wall? Oh, what do you know? It is. Oh, there's a bonfire right here. That's nice. God, what the fudge are you wearing, bro? Alright, well, since I saved right here, I guess we'll go in this door. Blocked by some contraption. Never mind. Alright, then there's all the things in there, which I guess I'm not going to bother triggering. Oh, never mind. They want to throw down. Alright, heavy strike. Well, we didn't have any loot to bait him in with, so we have to just go out charging, because there's no other way to get him. Alright, what else is it? What is in here? Oh, what the fuck are you? Yeah, using my magic as a crutch real hard, and he's stuck. He glitched out. Alright, let's see if I can go toe to him ever so slightly. Alright, well. It feels very hollow. Like myself, I guess. Can I see my face? Yeah, I'm hollowed out. Because I died and I don't know how to reverse it. I think you have to... Oh! Alright, back up. Hey, this is where you need this Y-Honder to do area AoE like strikes. I'm running out of spells here. And I'm dead. So man, every area I'm just encountering shit that is overwhelming. There's 2 of the giant statue guys. This is unreal. I don't know, let me see if I can bypass all these guys. If I stick to the left side of that area. Oh, an insta-kill. Where they can just, like, suck my blood. I was that close away from my souls. Is every time I die, I get less and less Estus Flask? Is that what I'm noticing now? I'm getting a little bit annoyed here, so I'm going to see if the firebomb would do anything. Alright, retrieval, purple moss clump for poison. See if I can stay to the left side of everything here and not trigger everything in that forest area. See, there's an item there. I'm not going to go for it. Who's that? Somebody's ghost. Alright, I gotta face off one of these guys to get through. Okay, I need you to like fucking not get caught up on debris. Okay, okay. This isn't working. Move! Oh, man, he cursed me with something good. Oh, Oh, and then this tree is also helping him out. Oh, and it killed me. Never mind. Alright, so don't let this guy hit me with whatever that is. Maybe see if I can kill that thing on the tree so I can have my back to that. Alright, God, this is just awful. This whole area. Dark Root Garden needs to be burned to the ground. I have 5 Estus flasks. That's how bad my hollowing is right now. Alright, stick to the left side. Let's see if this takes me anywhere. Oh, there's a hidden path I didn't notice before. Gotcha. Okay, so these things can be killed. I wonder. Wow, that really goes down. It really works well with strength. Which I don't have. Man, this poison stuff would have been really useful against the rats earlier. Oh, I was getting poisoned. I didn't notice. Alright. Wow, this is a real block here. Okay. Wow. It had some invincibility frames while it did that. Oh, somebody else decided to join in now? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't know if I even want to continue faffing about out here, because this just seems painful for no reason. I might want to just go down to Blight Town. I think I'm going to backtrack at this point. This is just so... I'm so underleveled for this area. Never mind. I don't don't care. I'm gonna just spam back until I can get back into, Maybe I should try and pick up those souls. Okay, it might be worth going to pick up those souls because I can probably get to them without triggering anything. Just need to get past the chuckle fucks over there in the ambush zone. The ambush alcove, so to speak. Spam. I'm gonna have to use like 4 spells when it's that close to death on the first shot. Alright. Alright. Stick to the left wall, pick up the souls, and then retreat. We already went that way and picked up whatever was there to get over there. Snakes are still there. Alright, and withdraw. So I'll sit at the fireplace, get my spells back, and then trudge outwards. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Screw you. Die. Die. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Actually, I wonder. Oh, and I'm dead. Yeah, so they have a nice... Oh. Alright then. That didn't kill me. I survived with this by the skin of my teeth. Right, there's one more back in here. We're in the clear path out of here. Significantly underleveled for this area. I swear I'm significantly underleveled for every area at this point. Undead perish. To the bonfire and see where it goes. Can't go that way. The bells need to be rung. Secret where? If I jump off to the side, there, I see some sort of area over there that could just be design. Missed it. And I completely wasted that. Alright. Why am I back up to 10 Estus flags? What happened? What's this message for? Chest ahead. I don't get... No, there is no chest ahead there. Forgot, there was these are elevators or something to somewhere. Thin out the crowd here. No, you don't. Alright, well that takes care of that. Takes care of that. Was somebody shooting me from above? Oh. Guy in ambush over here. Man, I'm getting really good at these parries on these guys for no reason. Getting close to a level up. What's over here? Alright, no, too close quarters. Nope. Gotcha. Oh yeah, and you, Mr. God, Spirit with shield guys are the worst. Oh, I got that just spamming. That was totally a fluke. I did not deserve that whatsoever. And I'm out of Estus flasks. That was a high attrition run right there. Alright. Still that giant rhinoceros shit over there. Although I got plenty of spells. You know what? Fuck it. I'm opening it. Leroy Jenkins. I backed away from it. My own instincts were to like, no. and that killed me. Oh! Somehow not. Another long sword. Right, now what to do with this giant rhinoceros thing? Or giant warthog? Oh, never mind, it killed me. I had a level up. Shit. I gotta fight to get that. That was a level up, so I'm gonna fight to get that back. Oh, wow, I lost all those souls being stupid right here. My goal right now is to fight my way back to, like, Blighttown or whatever it is. Because, like, all these areas are, like, too advanced for me. Or, not Blighttown, but, what's the, I don't know. What's that first place you get dropped off by the bird at? Going on 2 hours and 30 minutes. I might want to look up like how to actually handle this. Alright, get over away from outside reach of. Wow, never mind. I am just like being really stupid right now. I'll make this an end stream for the end of the gold is to get back to not Orlando. I don't even know what it is. The initial area you get dropped off at. That's where I want to go. Invincibility frames, fuck you. Man, it can just be so one-sided how I actually play this. Denied. Go up this way. Get the backstab on him. Yes, I can. Yeah, that was a smart, real smart move, bro. All right. There's all that. It's over here. Please come to me one at a time. This is interesting. Can I make this? I did not notice this ever before. Large soul of a lost undead. That doesn't go anywhere. Maybe it does, but... I'm gonna get ambushed immediately. Okay, get up. Chug an Estic's flask. That was a mistake. You can fight the person beneath you, but not... Oh, I can kick down, but that was about it. Alright. Moving our way along. I don't even know where this went. Oh, fudge. Fuck this. I did not intend to jump there, but whatever. It's even down here. There's a boss fight over here, isn't there? Holy fuck. And I'm dead. I'm getting really fed up with this. Man, the latency on this place is... Wow, I barely even got anywhere. And that killed me. I am just like floundering to it. I'm just like done with this. I need to figure out, like, look up some strategy guides, what actually to do at this point, because I'm not lost it for purpose. I'm like so under level to fight, effectively fight any of the things I'm going up against. It's like even my magic is like a coping mechanism. I can already tell I'm out of it. This is like usually where I'm getting with like Soulsborne games like this. it's like off and on again my ability to actually like own these guys with parries. Oh, how many souls did I even get there? Alright, get the backstab. Never mind. I'm too far away. What was that? Why did I do a backflip? Whose corpse even is this? I think there's probably an item here then. Oh, fuck. Oh, is that the key? Is catching him on fire? Wow. Fanged boar helm. Wow. Didn't know the trick was getting him to run into something and catching on fire. That is like so cheese. Not get ambushed by tons of rats. This is a dragon. That's interesting. There's a knight up here. That'll absolutely beat my ass. I need to stop before I trigger him. Alright, hold up. I got items for this. I had items for that. Honestly, maybe with some of the souls I had, I can get enough. Not dealing with that. Fuck you. Gotcha. Be safe and get back to the bonfire. Oh, there we go. Hours and 40 minutes. It can, well, here's a way to save, at least. Right. I didn't say necessarily this one, but, alright, here's that guy. I nearly just fell off right there. $60 souls. Alright, let's get a level up in before I lose all my progress. Let's see here. How much does that put me at? Not enough for a level up. Use one for now. It might be good to use all two of them. I'm probably gonna regret this. Yeah, that's probably not enough. Let's see here. Endurance. Buff my strength. Alright. Man, I keep on nearly falling off over there. Alright. I can't believe I'm backtracking all the way because I don't know what to do. Good at farming XP right now. Oh, I'm at another level up. Let's see if I can push to... Yeah, good. Fuck you. Oh my god. I'm not dying here. My souls are there. That love, I have another level up right there. It's in the palm of my hands. I just need to be not stupid about how I go and get it. How about you focus on the guy right behind me? Continue going forward. One-shot it. You're not getting up to me. There's the souls right there. No. Oh, and there's you. Alright, I failed on that, but I was able to get him, so... Alright. Firelink Shrine, I'm pretty sure that's the name of it now. My vitality's not where it needs to be. It's resistance. Ignore, face the resistance. That's what my guy says. My intelligence. Hey, maybe that will now. Maybe that will now kill the whatchamacallit, the fern monsters, the moss monsters in 3 shots instead of 1 since I upgraded that. Alright. Alright, now that I'm back here, might be an easier area for me to grind to advance that's not super hard like Darkroot Forest. In any case, I think that'll be it for stream. So, stream Wednesday, see if I can finish up Resident Evil that evening. Friday, I might do that wild ass thing about trying to create a messed up alternate World War II scenario where I have to fight Canada. That's really what I want to happen, is I want to have to fight Canada and fight North America, and then I don't know, reach out and touch the British for some reason. And that's just what I'm feeling. Then Saturday back to Old World again, because I want to actually stay committed to that, and then what's the other thing I want to do? Sunday, back to Dark Souls. So that I'm not going to get up out of my seat before I put up all the waiting rooms for that stuff for the entire week. So yeah, that'll be it. All right.